Hey there, and welcome. Today we're jumping into something that's basically hardwired into all of us dance. And I'm not just talking about it as an art form. We're going to see it as a fundamental part of the human story, a language that really every single culture speaks.
But have you ever really stopped and wondered why? Why is it that when a great beat comes on, our bodies just want to move? It's this deep, almost primal impulse that connects every single one of us, no matter where you're from or what year it is.
So let's get into it. We're going to explore the big reasons why we dance. These are the core motivations that have made humans move for, well, thousands and thousands of years.
Okay, so on paper, dance is rhythmic movement. Simple enough. But it's so much more than that, right? It's a powerful way to make art, it's a sacred part of rituals, and it's one of our oldest forms of communication. We were telling stories with our bodies long before we ever wrote them down.
And this really boils it all down. You've got dancing to please the gods in sacred ceremonies. You have dancing to please others, for performance. Then there's dancing just to please ourselves, that pure joy of just letting go. And finally, dancing to build community. And these are all still so relevant today, whether it's the first dance at a wedding, a viral TikTok challenge, or just you by yourself in your living room. So how did all this play out through time? Let's take a quick whirlwind tour through history and see how dance has changed and evolved right along with us.
You can really see here how dance has always been a mirror reflecting society. Way back when, it was a tool for survival and worship. The ancient Greeks, they even used it for military training. Yeah, you heard that right. As we move forward, you see the purpose shift from social peasant dances to the high art of ballet during the Renaissance. And then, bam, the 20th century hits with a full-on dance fever, giving us styles that are still a huge part of our lives today. Now, to see how all these threads can weave together in one place, let's put a spotlight on a country where dance is literally the living, breathing soul of the nation, the Philippines. This is a place where an entire history is told through movement. And you absolutely cannot talk about Philippine dance without honoring this woman, Francisca Reyes Aquino. She's known as the mother of Philippine dancing. In the early 20th century, as Western culture was starting to dominate, she went to the most remote villages to document and preserve hundreds of traditional dances, literally saving them from being forgotten forever. And what she saved was this incredible living library. Because the Philippines is an archipelago, it's been a crossroads of cultures for centuries. So its dances are this unique tapestry, weaving together native traditions with powerful influences from places like Spain, Malaysia, and so many others. So with this much diversity, how do you even begin to make sense of it all? Well, luckily, researchers have found a way. Let's break it down. Okay, this framework is super helpful. We can start to organize these dances by asking a few key questions. First, where is it from? Is it national or local? Second, why is it being performed? Is it about work, religion, or maybe courtship? And finally, what does it feel like? Is it fast and active or slow and expressive? This helps us understand the incredible range, from the lightning-fast footwork of Tinikling to the graceful flow of Amorosa. And this comparison, this really gets to the heart of the Philippines' cultural story. It's like two sides of the same coin. On one hand, you have the Maria Clara dances, which soaked up over 300 years of Spanish influence. You see it in the waltz steps and themes of courtly love. But then, you go up into the Cordillera Mountains and you find dances that were largely untouched, preserving these amazing pre-colonial rituals about nature, community, and war. Let's zoom in on the Cariñosa. It's a perfect example of a Maria Clara dance. The name itself means affectionate one, and it's this beautiful courtship ritual. The fan or handkerchief isn't just a prop, it's a huge part of the story. The dancers use it for this flirtatious game of hide and seek that really captures the shy, modest ideal of that Spanish era. All right, now for a complete 180. Let's look at the Sinkal. This isn't just a dance, it's a full-blown epic drama in motion. It tells the story of Princess Gandingan from a famous Murano epic. She gets caught in a forest during an earthquake, and she has to gracefully, skillfully step between these crashing bamboo poles that represent falling trees. So the really crucial thing to get here is that Sinkyol isn't just a performance. It's a piece of 14th century literature brought to life. The name, Sinkyol, even comes from the ankle bells the princess wears. This was a dance of the nobility. It was a required skill for royalty, and it demands just an unbelievable amount of precision and grace.
So after seeing all of this, from ancient rituals all the way to epic stories told in motion, what's the big takeaway here? Why does dance matter so much? Well, it's because dance is a form of living history. It's a vessel, a container that carries a community's memories, its deepest beliefs, and its most important stories from one generation to the next, in a way that a book never ever could. And just to get a sense of how big that preservation effort was, look at this number: 6. Francisco Reyes Aquino didn't just write a pamphlet, she compiled 6 entire volumes. Without that incredible work, a massive part of the Philippines' cultural memory, its rhythm, could have just vanished into thin air. And that really leaves us with one last thought. Every single culture has its dances, and each one has its own rhythm, its own reason for being. So the question for you is, what stories do the dances from your community tell? Thanks for joining me.